Namaste. So tonight I'm going to read Book 7, Chapter 33 on the Devi's Virat Rupa. Om Vakratuna Mahakaya Suryakoti Savar. Neither Vigram Kaya Om Guru Brahma Vishnu Hari Om Tat Sat. The Devi said, O Girija, O Giriraja, this whole universe, moving and unmoving, is created by my Maya Shakti. This Maya is conceived in me. It is not in reality different or separate from me. So I am the only Chit, intelligence. There is no other intelligence than me. Viewed particularly, it is known variously as Maya, Vidya. But viewed really from the point of Brahman, there is no such thing as Maya. Only one Brahman exists. I am that Brahma, of the nature of intelligence. I create this whole world on this unchangeable, eternal, mountain-like Brahma, composed of avidya, karma, and various samskaras, and enter first as prana, vital breath, within it, in the form of Chidabhasa. O mountain, unless I enter as breath, how can this birth and death and leaving and retaking bodies after bodies be accounted for? As one great akasa is denominated variously Gatakasa, akasa in the air, Patakasa, akasa in cloth or picture, so I too appear variously by acknowledging this prana in various places due to avidya and various antakaranas. As the sun's rays are never defiled when they illumine various objects on earth, so I too am not defiled in entering thus into various high and low antakaranas, hearts. The ignorant people attach buddhi and other things of activity on me and say that Atman is the doer. The intelligent people do not say that. I remain as the witness in the hearts of all men, not as the doer. O Achalendra, there are many jivas and many ishvaras due to the varieties in avidya and vidya. Really, it is Maya that differentiates into men, beasts, and various other jivas. And it is Maya that differentiates into Brahma, Vishnu, and other Ishvaras. As the one pervading sky, akasa, is called Mahakasa, Gatakasa, being enclosed by jars. So the one all-pervading Paramatma is called Paramatma, Jivatma, being enclosed within jivas, as the jivas are conceived many by Maya, not in reality, so Isvaras also are conceived many by Maya. Not in essence, O mountain, this avidya, and nothing else is the cause of the difference in jivas by creating differences in their bodies, indriyas, organs, and minds. Again, due to the varieties in the three gunas and their wants, due to the difference between sattvic, rajasic, tamasic desires, Maya also appears various, and their differences are the cause of different Ishvaras, Brahma, Vishnu, and others. O mountain, this whole world is interwoven in me. It is I that am the Isvara that resides in causal bodies. I am the Sutratman, Hiranyagarbha, that resides in subtle bodies, and it is I that I am the Virat, residing in the gross bodies. I am Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheswara. I am the Brahma, Vaishnavi, and Raudri Shaktis. I am the sun, I am the moon, I am the stars, I am the beast, birds, chandalas, and I am the thief. I am the cruel hunter, I am the virtuous high soul persons, and I am the female, male, and hermaphrodite. There is no doubt in this. O mountain, wherever there is anything seen or heard, I always exist there, within and without. There is nothing moving or unmoving that can exist without me. If there be such that is like the son of a barren woman, just as one rope is mistaken for a snake or a garland, so I am the one Brahma and appears as Isvara, etc. There is no doubt in this. The world cannot appear without an substratum, and that substratum is my existence. There can be nothing else. The Himalaya said, O Devi, if thou art merciful on me, I desire then to see thy Virat form in the fourth dimensional space. This sight is developed when the mind resides in the heart center, when the center of the eyebrows. A proper teacher is necessary. Vyasa said, O king, hearing the words of Giriraja, Vishnu and all the other devas gladly seconded him. Then the Devi, the goddess of the universe, knowing the desires of the devas, showed her own form that fulfills the desires of the bhaktas, that is auspicious, and that is like the kalpa vriksa towards the bhaktas. They saw her highest Virat form. The Satyaloka is situated on the topmost part and is her head. The sun and moon are her eyes, the quarters, her ears, the Vedas are her words, the universe is her heart, the earth is her loins, the Bhurvaloka is her navel, the asterisms are her thighs, and Mahaloka is her neck, the Janaloka is her face, the Taparloka is her head, situated below the Satyaloka. Indra and the Devas are the Swarloka in her arms. The sound is the organ of her ears, the Asvin twins. Her nose, the smell, is the organ of smell. The fire is within her face. Day and night are like her two wings. The four-faced Brahma is her eyebrows. Water is her palate. The juice thereof is her organ of taste. Yama, the god of death, is her large teeth. The affection is her small teeth. Maya is her smile. The creation of universe is her side looks. Modesty is her upper lip. Covetousness is her lower lip. Unrighteousness is her back. The Prajapati is her organ of generation. The oceans are her bowels, the mountains are her bones, the rivers are her veins, and the trees are her hairs of her body. O king, youth, virginity, and old age are her best gates. Positions or ways, courses, paths. The clouds are her handsome hairs. The two twilights are her clothings. The moon is the mind of the mother of the universe. Hari is her Vijnana Shakti, the knowledge power, and Rudra is her all-destroying power. The horses and other animals are her loins. The lower regions, Atala, etc., are her lower regions, from her hip to her feet. The Devas began to behold her, this cosmic Virata appearance, with eyes wide awake with wonder. Thousands of fairy rays emitted from her form. She began to lick the whole universe with her lips. The 2 rows of teeth began to make horrible sounds. Fires came out from her eyes. Various weapons were seen in her hands, and the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas are become the food of the awful deity. Thousands of heads, eyes, and feet were seen in that form. Crores of suns, crores of lightnings, flashes mingled there. Horribly awful. That appearance looked terrific to the eyes, heart, and mind. The Devas thus beheld and began to utter cries of horror and consternation. Their hearts trembled, and they were caught with immovable senselessness. Here is the Devi, our mother and preserver. This idea vanished away at once from their minds. At this moment, the Vedas that were on the 4 sides of the Devi removed the swoon of the Devas and made them conscious. The immortals got then the excellent Vedas, and, having patience, began to praise the chant and chant hymns in words choked with feelings and with tears flowing from their eyes. The Deva says, O Mother, forgive our faults, protect us, the miserable that are born of thee. O protectress of the Devas, withhold thy anger. We are very much terrified at the sight of thy this form. O Devi, we are inferior immortals. What prayers can we offer to thee? Thou thyself canst not measure thy powers. How then can we, who are born later, know of thyself canst not measure thy powers? How then can we, who are born later, know of thy greatness? Obeisance to thee, the Lady of the Universe. Obeisance to thee of the nature of the Pranava Om. Thou art the one that is proved in all the Vedantas. Obeisance to thee of the form of Hrim. Obeisance to thee, the self of all, whence has originated the fire, the sun, and the moon, and whence have sprung all the medicinal plants. Obeisance to the Devi, the cosmic deity, the self, in all whence have sprung all the Devas, Sandhyas, the breasts, birds, and men. We bow down again and again to the great form, Mahamaya, the self of all, whence have sprung the vital breath, prana, apana, grains, and wheats, and who is the source of asceticism, faith, truth, continence, and the rules, what to do and what not to do under the present circumstances. The 7 pranas, the 7 lokas, the 7 flames, the 7 samidhis, the 7 oblations to fire have sprung from thee. Obeisance to thee, the great self in all. Obeisance to the universal form of the deity of the universe, whence have sprung all the oceans, all the mountains, all the rivers, all the medicinal plants, and all the rasas, the tastes of all things. We bow down to that Virat form, the great self, the Mahamaya, whence have originated the sacrifices, the sacrificial posts to which the victim about to be immolated is bound, and daksinas, the sacrificial fees, and the rik, the yajus, and the samavedas. O Mother, O Mahamaya, we bow down to thy front, to thy back, to thy both the sides to thy top, to thy bottom, and on all sides of thee. O Devi, be kind enough to withhold this extraordinary, terrific form of thine, and show us thy beautiful, lovely form. Vyasa said, O king, the world mother, the ocean of mercy, seeing the Devas terrified, withheld her fearful cosmic form, and showered her very beautiful appearance, pleasing to the whole world. Her body became soft and gentle. In one hand she held the noose, and in the other she held the goad. The two other hands made signs to dispel all their fears and ready to grant the boons. Her eyes emitted rays of kindness. Her face was adorned with beautiful smiles. The Devas became glad at this and bowed down to her in a peaceful mind, and then spoke with great joy. Here ends the 33rd chapter of the 7th book on the Devi's Virat Rupa in the Mahapuranam, the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Ved Vyasa. Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalendra Gakshma Shri Vedati Swasa. Om Tuya Mata Chivita Tuya